And here we have Laserdisc and Kinch L in the lead, followed closely by Rizaldi Adar and Okaiki 3. Bringing up the rear are Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. The race is heating up, folks. Rizaldi Adar and Okaiki 3 have claimed the top spot, surpassing Laserdisc and Kinch L. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 now hold third place after overtaking Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Sidrek and Dakota Snake have advanced to fourth place, passing Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. Gary Z and One Serious Guy making moves into fifth by passing Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor advancing to 13th, overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 climbing to 14th, passing Babardo and Eusgian 7. Gary Z and One Serious Guy make a bold move to snatch the fourth position from Sidrek and Dakota Snake. The Lotus 311 duo battles it out with the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ team. Over in 14th place, LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 show their skill by overtaking Babardo and Eusgian 7. Hope you both pick up the pace. It's all about that thrilling competition. Keep pushing those limits. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 are now in 11th place, surpassing Bucha Zero from Team Quarkspress. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have progressed to 13th place, leaving LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 behind. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have advanced to 15th place, overtaking Babardo and Eusgian 7. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are fiercely competing against Sidrek and Dakota Snake for the fourth position. They are piloting a Lotus 311 and a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, respectively. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have managed to climb up to 7th place, surpassing Aslani 9 and Waldy. Aslani 9 and Waldy have advanced to 8th place, overtaking Duff Dad and AAA Raphael. Duff Dad and RI Raphael now in 8th place, passing Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 now in 9th, overtaking Aslani 9 and Waldy. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor in 13th, moving past Amin San and Tinkamen in 704. Cyberg and Dakota Snake have advanced to 3rd place, surpassing Zygote 22 and Martiv 2. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are fiercely contesting the 5th spot with Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are piloting a Lotus 311 while Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 are in a McLaren 600LT. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have climbed to 14th place, overtaking Bucha Zero. Gary Z and One Serious Guy making bold moves to secure the 4th spot, overtaking Zygote 22 and Marty F2. Aslani 9 and Waldy climbing to 9th place, leaving Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 behind. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg showing determination, now in 16th place after passing Babardo and Eusgian 7. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 in the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ are neck and neck with Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 in the McLaren 600LT, all fighting for the 5th position. It's a thrilling battle unfolding on the track right now. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman make a strong move to claim the 5th position, passing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg show their skills, advancing to 15th place, overtaking Bucci Zero. Dovdad and Iravail now in 7th place after overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg climbing to 14th, passing Amin San and Tinkamen in 704. LV1NNY and MF3 Weissman have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Gary Z and One Serious Guy. The Koenigsegg Agera RS is pushing up a strong fight against the Lotus 311 for that position. Meanwhile, Dovdad and Iravail have climbed to 6th place, overtaking Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. Dovdad and Iravail have made a move up to 5th place, overtaking Gary Z and One Serious Guy. Wayne Train 94 in the Ferrari F30 Scuderia is currently holding off Neighbour, while Amin San and Tinkamen in 704 in the Noble M600 are right on their tails. It's a tight race for the 14th position between these drivers. Street 4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock have advanced to 18th place, surpassing Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 in the standings. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbour in the Ferrari F30 Scuderia are side by side with Amin San and Tinkamen in 704 in the Noble M600, all vying for the 14th position. It's a tight battle between these four drivers as they navigate the track. Laserlokst and Kinch Evel are now leading the pack, surpassing Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. LV1NNY and MF3 Weissman have secured the 3rd position, overtaking Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Amin San and Tinkamen in 704 have moved up to the 14th spot, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbour. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have made a strong move up to 10th place, overtaking Islani 9 and Waldy. They are in a tight battle for that spot. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have also climbed to 12th place by passing Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to 8th place, surpassing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. There's an intense competition for the 8th spot between these two pairs of drivers. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbour are currently battling Bucci Zero for the 15th position on the track. Aslani 9 and Waldy are now in 9th place after passing Zygo 22 and Marty F2. Zygo 22, Marty F2, LaCroix 1980, and Zizzy Gamer 20 are currently battling it out for the 10th position. Zygo 22 and Marty F2 are in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, while LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are driving a Noble M600. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to 10th place, surpassing Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have climbed to 11th place, overtaking Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 in the standings. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are on the move, now up to 10th place after overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 in a Nissan GT-R Nismo are closely contesting with Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in a Noble M600 for the 13th position. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have made a move up to 12th place, passing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 in the process. Bucha Zero has advanced to P15, passing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor in a close battle. Bucha Zero is in a Toyota Fold 1, while Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor are driving a Ferrari F430 Scuderia. Gren Jeb in the Nissan GT-R Nismo is currently fighting against Kemu 2025 for the 14th position, with Bucha Zero in the Toyota Fold 1 also in the mix. The competition intensifies as they navigate the track. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 are locked in a tight battle with Bucha Zero for the 14th position. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 are maneuvering their Nissan GT-R Nismo, while Bucha Zero is holding his ground in a Toyota Fold 1. Bucha Zero has made a move up to 14th place, successfully overtaking Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 in the process. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 have made a significant move, securing the 14th position by overtaking Bucha Zero. The trio is now locked in a battle for that spot, with Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 driving a Nissan GT-R Nismo and Bucha Zero handling a Toyota Fold 1. Meanwhile, Bucha Zero is involved in another intense fight, this time with Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor for the 15th position, with Bucha Zero in the Toyota Fold 1 and Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor in a Ferrari F430 Scuderia. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 9th place, surpassing Aslani 9 and Waldy. Zygot 22 and Martiv 2 have climbed to 13th place, overtaking Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025. Street 4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock are gaining on Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor, reducing the gap by 3.0 seconds. Smurf 20 in the McLaren 600 LT is jostling with Hubert 03 for the 8th spot, while Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg in the Koenigsegg Agera RS are in the mix as well. It's a tight battle in the middle of the pack. Zygot 22 and Martiv 2 have advanced to 13th place, surpassing Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025. ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock have climbed to 16th place, overtaking Babardo and Eusgen 7. STEMBZH and SGT Major Rock have advanced to 15th place, successfully passing Bucha Zero in the process. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 in the Nissan GT-R Nismo are fiercely contesting P14 against ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock in the Koenigsegg Agera RS. The battle for this position is heating up as these cars navigate the track with determination. Sidewreck and Dakota Snake now in 4th, passing Gary Z and One Serious Guy. Gary Z and One Serious Guy up to 5th, overtaking LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 up to 8th, passing Aslani 9 and Waldy. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are making impressive progress, closing in on Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg by 19.2 units. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have advanced to P9, surpassing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are now chasing down Duff Dad and Ari Rafael, decreasing the gap by 3.3 units. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 making a strong move up the field, overtaking 5 cars to claim the 14th position. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor also showing impressive progress, now in 12th place after passing Duff Dad and Ari Rafael. Additionally, Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 continue their advance, now overtaking Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg to secure the 14th position. Grenin Jeb and Camus 2025 advanced to 16th place, successfully surpassing Babardo and Ayuzian 7. Babardo and Ayuzian 7 climbed to 17th place, overtaking Bucha 0. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making a move, narrowing the distance to Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 by 2.0 seconds. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 have made a strong move, now in 5th place after passing Aslani 9 and Waldy. Aslani 9 and Waldy have climbed to 6th position, overtaking Gary Z and One Serious Guy. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are closing in on Gary Z and One Serious Guy, reducing the gap by 3.8 seconds. Gary Z and One Serious Guy facing challenges, dropping 6 positions to P15. Zygote 22 and Martiev 2 climbed to P9, passing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman advanced to P10, overtaking Duff Dad and AA Arafael. Good night One Serious Guy, sleep well. Looks like the Lotus had a tough break there, but that's racing for you. Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 are making significant progress, catching up to Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor by 588.7 units. Aslani 9 and Waldy have successfully climbed to the 5th position, surpassing Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have also advanced to the 6th spot, overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. Good night everyone. Sleep well and see you next time for more exciting racing action. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 now lead the pack, surpassing Lazalokst and Kinch Evan. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 are gaining on Aslani 9 and Waldy, narrowing the distance by 2.2. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have advanced to 8th place, overtaking Duff Dad and Ari Rafael. Lazalokst and Kinch Evel take the lead from Aslani 9 and Waldy. Aslani 9 and Waldy move to 2nd place, passing Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. Babardo, Iuzian 7, and Bucha 0 are locked in a battle for 16th position. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman make a strong move, overtaking for cars to secure P4. Dovdad and Arafael are also on the move, advancing to P5 after overtaking for cars. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adar and Okaya P3 are closing in on Aslani 9 and Waldi, reducing the gap by 4.9 seconds. Sidrek and Dakota Snake are making a strong push, significantly closing the gap to Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor by 16.4 seconds. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are climbing up the ranks, now in 9th place after overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Rizaldi Adar and Okaya P3 are fiercely competing against LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman for the 3rd place. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 have made significant progress, now at 14th after passing Zygo 22 and Marty F2. Bucha Zero is steadily catching up to Zygo 22 and Marty F2, reducing the gap by 4.9 seconds. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making gains on Aslani 9 and Waldi, reducing the gap by 2.5. Rizaldi Adar and Okaya P3 are locked in a fierce battle with Dovdad and Arafael for P4, both pairs driving Lamborghini Aventador SVJs and Koenigsegg Adra RS respectively. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 are closing in on LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20, narrowing the distance by 3.5. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to the 9th position, successfully passing Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72. Meanwhile, Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are now in 11th place after overtaking Amin San and Tinkamen 704. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are closing in on Babardo and Eusgian 7, reducing the gap by 2.7 seconds. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making impressive progress, narrowing the gap to Aslani 9 and Waldi by 2.1 seconds. Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are making a move on Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72, reducing the gap by 3.3 seconds. Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 10th place, passing Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 now hold the 11th position after overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 have moved up to 12th place by passing Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72. The race continues with shifting positions among the competitors. The 1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are closing in on Aslani 9 and Waldi, narrowing the gap by 4.3 seconds. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 have advanced to P11, overtaking Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 are reeling in Amin San and Tinkamen 704, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Sidrek and Dakota Snake are swiftly catching up to Aslani 9 and Waldi, reducing the gap by 11.9. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have advanced to P6, surpassing Aslani 9 and Waldi in the process. The battle for positions is heating up as Sidereck and Dakota Snake continue to close in on Aslani 9 and Waldy, narrowing the gap by 11.9. Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are rapidly catching up to Aslani 9 and Waldy, reducing the gap by 47.5 seconds. The pressure is on for Aslani 9 and Waldy as Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg push to overtake. Amin San and Tinkaman 704 are making a move, catching up to LaCroix 1980 and Zizi Gamer 20, narrowing the distance by 2.4 units. Buchazero has made a significant move, closing in on Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 by reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 have surged to 12th place, making a successful overtake on Amin San and Tinkaman 704. The battle for 12th position is heating up between Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 in a Nissan GT-R Nismo and Amin San and Tinkaman 704 in a Noble M600. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock take the 16th spot from Babardo and a Eusgen 7 in a fierce battle. The Koenigsegg Adrer RS duo showcasing some impressive moves against the Toyota Foot 1 team. Exciting action in the mid-pack. Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 have advanced to 12th place, surpassing Amin San and Tinkaman 704 in the rankings. Cybernetic Red and Dakota Snake are making a significant move, catching up to Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have made a swift move up to 7th place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making moves, now in 8th place after passing Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have climbed to 9th place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Amin San and Tinkaman 704 now hold 12th place, surpassing Buchazero. Buchazero has advanced to 13th place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock have moved up to 15th place, passing Zygote 22 and Martiv 2. Sidereck and Dakota Snake are making a move on Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Duvdad and Irfail made a strong move to secure P2 by overtaking LV1 NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Meanwhile, Zygote 22 and Martiev 2 climbed to P15 after passing ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock. Gary Z and One Serious Guy have made a strong move to claim the 17th position, overtaking Babardo and a Eusgen 7 in an exciting battle. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are behind the wheel of a Lotus 311, while Babardo and a Eusgen 7 are driving a Toyota Foot 1. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are fiercely competing against Babardo and a Eusgen 7 for the 17th position. All four drivers are piloting their cars with precision and determination. Gary Z and one serious guy are handling a Lotus 311, while Babardo and a Eugene 7 are maneuvering a Toyota Foot 1. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 are now in third place after overtaking LV1 NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Street 4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock have made progress to 15th place by passing Zygo 22 and Martif 2. Sindrek and Dakota Snake have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 are now in 5th place after overtaking Duff Dad and Rafael. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have climbed to 11th place, passing Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making a fast move, closing in on LV1 NNY and MF3 Wiseman by 50.4. Looks like a thrilling chase. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have climbed to P9, passing Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in the standings. LaCroix 1980, Zizzy Gamer 20, Amin San, and Tinkamen 704 are fiercely competing for the 9th spot. Zygote 22 and Marty F2 have surged to 13th place, surpassing Gary Z and one serious guy. Gary Z and one serious guy have advanced to 14th place, overtaking Bucha Zero. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 making impressive moves, advancing to 15th place after overtaking 4 cars. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 climbing to 9th, passing LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 continue their charge to 15th, overtaking Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg. Grenin Jeb in the Nissan GTR Nismo is putting up a strong fight against Kemu 2025, Wayne Train 94, and Neighbor all in Ferrari F430 Scuderias for the 11th position. It's a heated battle as they navigate the track, showcasing their skills behind the wheels of these high-performance cars. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 are making gains on Aslani 9 and Waldy, closing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Gary Z and one serious guy have advanced to P13, successfully overtaking Zygote 22 and Marty F2. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are now in the 14th position after overtaking Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025. Bucha Zero has advanced to 16th place, surpassing Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg. Bucha Zero has advanced to 15th place, passing Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have climbed to 16th place, overtaking Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025. ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock are steadily gaining on Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025, reducing the distance by 45.7 seconds. The pressure is building as they inch closer in the race. Bucha Zero is now right on the tail of Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 after narrowing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Duvdad and Airval are gaining on Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are fighting it out with Bucha 0 for the 14th position. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are in an Aston Martin Vantage AMR, while Bucha 0 is pushing in a Toyota Foot 1. Bucha 0 advances to P14, passing Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72. Duvdad and Airval are making moves, catching up to Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, reducing the gap by 3.7 seconds. Duvdad and Airval have made a solid move up to 5th place, surpassing Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 in the process. Aslani 9 and Waldy are rapidly gaining on Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, shortening the distance by 6.3 seconds. Aslani 9 and Waldy advance to P7, passing Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 climb to P8, overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 move up to P9, passing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are rapidly catching up to Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, decreasing the gap by 47.8. Bucha 0 is also gaining on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, closing the distance by 3.1. The competition is heating up as these drivers battle for position. Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 15th place, surpassing Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72. Amin San, Tinkamen 704, LaCroix 1980, and Zizzy Gamer 20 are currently locked in a fierce battle for the 8th position. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 are rapidly gaining on Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor, reducing the gap by 12.3 seconds. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to P8, surpassing Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Gary Z and One Serious Guy making moves up the grid, now sitting in 11th place after overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Bucha 0 is closing in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Sidrek and Dakota Snake have advanced to 3rd place, surpassing Duvdad and Airval. Duvdad and Airval make a strong move to claim 2nd place, passing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman respond by securing 3rd place, overtaking Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. Aslani 9 and Waldy are rapidly catching up to Sidrek and Dakota Snake, reducing the gap by 6.4 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have made a spectacular move, advancing to 8th place by overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 in this intense race. Gary Z and One Serious Guy have advanced to 9th place, passing by Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Meanwhile, Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have gained ground to 10th place, overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 in the process. Bucci is now in 11th place, overtaking Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have climbed to 12th place, surpassing LaCroix 1980 and Zizi Gamer 20. Sneaku 515 and Jazzac 72 have made a smooth move up to 13th place, passing Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 in the process. Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025 aren't letting up, though, as they've now advanced to 14th place by overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizi Gamer 20. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are rapidly closing in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, reducing the gap by 6.8 seconds. Welcome back, HawkWild89. Glad to have you racing with us again. Racing Car #Party Popper. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making gains, reducing the distance to Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 by 2.0 units. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making significant strides, catching up to Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 by reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 have made a solid move, advancing to 9th place by overtaking Gary Z and One Serious Guy. Bucci is making gains on Gary Z and One Serious Guy, cutting the difference by 3.8. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock have surged to 17th place, passing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. The battle for 17th is heating up between ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock in a Koenigsegg Adria RS and Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. LaCroix 1980 and Zizi Gamer 20 are making gains on Gary Z and One Serious Guy, shrinking the gap by 5.1 seconds. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to P10, passing Bucci. Sneaku 515 and Jazzac 72 have climbed to P12, overtaking Gren Jeb and Kemu 2025. Windtrain 94 and Neighbor are making significant gains on Sidereck and Dakota Snake, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 in the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ are fiercely contesting P17 with ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock in the Koenigsegg Adria RS. It's a tight battle for position at the back of the pack. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making strides, narrowing the gap to Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 by 26.6 units. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have surged to P2, surpassing Duff Dad and Ira Vale. The battle intensifies as ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock continue to close in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, reducing the deficit by 26.6 units. Aslani 9 and Waldy have surged to 4th place, overtaking Dufdad and Rafael. Sidrek and Dakota Snake are gaining on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are closely contesting P17 with ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock. A Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is up against a Koenigsegg Adria RS in this intense battle. Sindrek and Dakota Snake are making gains on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 have made a strong move to 8th place, passing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are also closing in on Bucha 0, reducing the gap by 3.7 seconds. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are making a strong push, narrowing the gap to Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor by 9.8 seconds. These folks are on a mission. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 are on the move too, now at P11 after overtaking Gary Z and One Serious Guy. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are making impressive progress, closing in on Mumar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg by 49.1 units. It's a tight battle for positions. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have climbed to P12, overtaking Gary Z and One Serious Guy. The competition is heating up with Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 intensifying their pursuit on Mumar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, now reducing the gap by 49.1. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making gains on Dufdad and Rafael, closing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 have advanced to P10, overtaking Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are closing in on Mumar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, reducing the gap by 4.0 seconds. Babardo and a Eugene 7 are making significant gains, catching up to ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock by 8.0 units. Dufdad and Rafael aren't far behind, closing in on Aslani 9 and Waldy by 4.7 units. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 are on the move, now at position 13 after overtaking Bucha 0. O'Kraken said, "Hey Amy, who has the fastest lap?" Hey there O'Kraken, Laserloxt and Kinchavel currently hold the fastest lap with a time of 1 minute and 23.513 seconds. They're zooming ahead. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are now in 5th place after overtaking Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Sidrek and Dakota Snake have advanced to 6th position, passing Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 have climbed to 7th place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are making significant gains on Aslani 9 and Waldy, reducing the gap by 8.0 seconds. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are rapidly catching up to Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72, closing in by 50.2 seconds. The pressure is on as LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 continue to close in on Aslani 9 and Waldy, narrowing the gap by 8.0 seconds. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are making a bold move, closing in on Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 by 10.1, with Buchazero seizing the opportunity to climb to P13 by overtaking Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025. The chase intensifies as Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 continue to shrink the gap on Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 by 10.1 seconds. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 have advanced to 14th place, successfully passing Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 in the process. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 15th place by overtaking Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025. It's a tight race between Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg in a Koenigsegg Agera RS and Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 in a Nissan GT-R Nismo for that 15th position. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making a move on Wayne Train 94 and Neighbour, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making a move, closing in on Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 by reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 14th place, passing Zygote 22 and Marty F2. The four drivers are now fiercely competing for the 14th position. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are in a Koenigsegg Agera RS, while Zygote 22 and Marty F2 are in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. LV1 NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making significant progress, closing in on Dovdad and Irvale with a 2.1 second reduction in the gap. Street 4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making moves, moving closer to Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 by reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbour are making a strong move, now up to 7th position after overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. The battle in the middle of the pack is heating up. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making a move on Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, reducing the gap by 4.7 seconds. Aslani 9 said, "Hey Amy, why is my car all banged up?" "Hey there. Looks like your car had a little too much fun rubbing fenders with the competition out there on the track. It's all part of the racing action, right? Time for a pit stop and some quick repairs. Let's get that baby back out there feeling brand new. Gary Z and one serious guy are making moves, advancing to 9th place by overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have surged ahead to claim the 4th position, passing Duff Dad and Irvale in an impressive move. Sidewreck and Dakota Snake are chasing down Duff Dad and Irvale, decreasing the gap by 2 points for seconds. Babardo and the Eustace 7 are also catching up to ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock, reducing the gap by 2 points for seconds. Aslani 9 and Waldy in the Cadillac scene are fiercely battling it out with LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 in the Noble M600 for the 7th position. The competition is heating up as they maneuver through the track. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 are making significant gains on Laserlokst and Kinchevel, reducing the distance by 31 points for units. Aslani 9 and Waldy are battling it out with LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 for the 7th position. This intense competition features a Cadillac scene against a Noble M600. Keep an eye on this exciting showdown. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman successfully advanced to 2nd place, overtaking Duff Dad and Irvale in the process. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Irvale managed to climb to 3rd, surpassing Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 made progress, securing 15th place after passing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 have made a slick maneuver, advancing to 15th place by overtaking Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025. Aslani 9 and Waldy are swiftly catching up to Sidewreck and Dakota Snake, reducing the distance by 5.6 seconds. Gary Z and one serious guy are making moves, now up to 7th place after overtaking Sidewreck and Dakota Snake. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to 8th place, successfully passing Sidewreck and Dakota Snake in the process. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have also made progress, now sitting in 10th place after overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are catching up to Amin San and Tinkamen in 7:04, closing the gap by 6.0 seconds. Zygote 22 and Marty F2 are swiftly reeling in Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, reducing the distance by 8.1 seconds. Dovdad and AAA Raphael have climbed to third place, overtaking Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are gaining ground on LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20, decreasing the distance by 2.6 seconds. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 have climbed to 14th place, passing Amin San and Tinkamen in 7:04. A fierce competition for 14th place ensues between Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 in a Nissan GTR Nismo and Amin San and Tinkamen in 7:04 in a Noble M600. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making gains on Dovdad and RIRFO, reducing the gap by 7.0 seconds. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 are closing in on LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20, shrinking the distance by 2.8 seconds. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making significant progress, catching up to Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 by 48.1 units. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 have climbed to P11, surpassing Bucha 0. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock continue to close in on Zygote 22 and Martiv 2, reducing the gap by 48.1. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 are making gains on Laserlokst and Kinchavel, narrowing the gap by 3.5 units. LV1NNY, MF3 Wiseman, Dovdad, and RIRFAL are engrossed in a tight battle for P4. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have climbed to P9, surpassing Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are catching up to Amin San and Tinkamen in 7:04, cutting the gap by 18.8. Zygote 22 and Marty F2 are rapidly closing in on Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, reducing the distance by 42.8. Dovdad and AAA Raphael have advanced to 4th place, surpassing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Sidrek and Dakota Snake are making significant gains on Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 are also catching up to Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor, with a 2.4 second decrease in the gap. Zygote 22 and Marty F2 are closing in on Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, decreasing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Babardo and Eugene 7 are making some serious moves, catching up to ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock by reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 have made a strong move, climbing up to 11th place by overtaking LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20. Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025 are making a move, catching up to Wayne Train 94 and neighbour by reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025 are making a move, catching up to Wayne Train 94 and neighbour with a 2.4 second gap reduction. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to 11th place, surpassing Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025 in the process. Bucha Zero is making impressive progress, narrowing the gap to Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025 by 5.2 seconds. The competition is heating up. Bucha Zero advances to 12th place, passing Sneaku 515 and Jassack 72. Sneaku 515 and Jassack 72 climb to 13th place, overtaking Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 move up to 14th place, passing Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025. Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025 are swiftly catching up to Amin San and Tinkamen 704, decreasing the distance by 18.6 units. Now, Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are rapidly closing in on Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025, reducing the gap by 46.5 units. The battle for positions intensifies. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to the 15th position, passing Grennan Jeb and Kenmu 2025. Aslani 9 and Waldy are in a tight contest with Gary Z and one Serious Guy for the 6th spot. Aslani 9 and Waldy are handling a Cadillac scene, while Gary Z and one Serious Guy are maneuvering a Lotus 311. Aslani 9 and Waldy have advanced to 6th place, passing Gary Z and one Serious Guy. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are gaining on Zygote 22 and Marty F2, reducing the distance by 2.6 seconds. That lightning in the pits adds some ambience, right? It's like a virtual light show. So, Babardo seems to have some loyal fans in chat. Nice to see the support. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to 7th place, surpassing Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Meanwhile, Sidrek and Dakota Snake have climbed to 8th place, overtaking Gary Z and one Serious Guy. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are making an impressive move, swiftly closing the gap on Gary Z and one Serious Guy by 46.5 units. The pressure is on for Gary Z and one Serious Guy as they try to hold their positions against the determined duo. That's right, Circuit de l'Arsat has such a cool night cycle effect in this stream. It adds a whole new level of challenge and excitement for the drivers. Wayne Train 94 and neighbour in the Ferrari F430 Scuderia are locked in a tight battle with Gary Z and one Serious Guy in the Lotus 311 for 9th place. Meanwhile, Amin-san and Tinkamen 704 are steadily catching up to Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are making some moves, advancing to 9th place by overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Amin-san and Tinkamen 704 are making moves, jumping up to 13th place after overtaking Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72. Mama Oster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to 14th place, passing Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 in the process. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 are making a strong move, catching up to Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 by reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 have made a significant move, climbing up to 16th place as they successfully overtake Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 in the ongoing race. Welcome back, MRF_Society. Good to have you back in the fast lane. Checkered Flag Automobile. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are rapidly closing in on Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72, reducing the gap by 40.9 units. The pressure is on as the race intensifies. Sidrack and Dakota Snake have made a great move, advancing to the 6th position by overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Gary Z and One Serious Guy have made a strong move up to P7, passing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Meanwhile, Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have climbed to P8, overtaking Aslani 9 and Waldy. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to 10th place, surpassing Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 in the process. Bucha Zero is rapidly catching up to Smurf 20 and Hugert 03, decreasing the distance by 45.4 units. LaCroix 1980 and Zizagamer 20 are gaining on Aslani 9 and Waldy, cutting the distance by 2.0 seconds. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have now taken the 3rd position, successfully passing Duff Dad and Arafael in the process. Siderek and Dakota Snake are rapidly closing in on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the gap by 25.9 seconds. Siderek and Dakota Snake continue to gain ground on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, closing the gap further by 25.9 seconds. Siderek and Dakota Snake are catching up to LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the gap by 4.2 seconds. LV1NNY in the Koenigsegg Agera RS is fighting with MF3 Wiseman for P5, while Siderek and Dakota Snake are also in the mix with their Lamborghini Aventador SVJs. It's a close battle for that position. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are making a move on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, closing in by 2.2 seconds. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 are making a strong push, closing the gap on Buchazero by 6.8 seconds. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are rapidly catching up to Buchazero, reducing the gap by 7.0 seconds. Amin San and Tinkamen 704 have made a move to 12th place, overtaking Buchazero. The race intensifies as Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg continue to close in on Buchazero. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 are making a strong move, catching up to Laserlugst and Kinch Evel, reducing the gap by 34.2. Buchazero is also on the hunt, closing in on Greningeb and Kemu 2025 by 14.6. The chase is on as Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 continue to close the gap by 34.2 on Laserlugst and Kinch Evel. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 have advanced to 16th place, passing Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg in the process. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to the 9th position, surpassing Aslani 9 and Waldy. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have made a strong move up to 5th place, successfully overtaking Siderek and Dakota Snake in the process. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making a swift move, catching up to Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg, reducing the gap by 33.9 seconds. The pressure is on as they continue to close in on the competition. Gary Z and One Serious Guy now in 6th place, passing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor advance to 7th, overtaking Siderek and Dakota Snake. Aslani 9 and Waldy make a move to 9th, passing Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Babardo and Ayusjin 7 are making a strong push, narrowing the gap on ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock by 5.7 seconds. Meanwhile, Aslani 9 and Waldy have advanced to 8th place, overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 now hold 9th place after overtaking Siderek and Dakota Snake. Greningeb and Kemu 2025 have advanced to 12th place, surpassing Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in the ongoing race. Greningeb and Kemu 2025 are making a strong move, significantly reducing the gap to LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 by 8.6 units. In the rear, Buchazero has climbed up to 13th place, successfully passing Amin San and Tinkamen 704. Aslani 9 and Waldi are gaining on Waintrain 94 and Neighbour, closing the gap by 3.0. Aminsan and Tinkaman 704 are also closing in on Buchazero by 3.0. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 have climbed to P15, passing Zygo 22 and Martiv 2. Duvdad and Airvale are catching up to Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg have advanced to P16, surpassing Zygo 22 and Martiev 2. Buchazero has overtaken Gren and Jeb and is now challenging Kemu 2025 for position. The gap between Buchazero and Kemu 2025 is decreasing steadily by 2.0 seconds. Aslani 9 and Waldi are making a move, catching up to Waintrain 94 and Neighbour by reducing the gap by 3.3 seconds. Aslani 9 and Waldi have advanced to P7, surpassing Smurf 20 and Hugert 03. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have climbed to P8, overtaking Waintrain 94 and Neighbour. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are making a move on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, cutting the gap by 47.0. Sidrek and Dakota Snake now hold P9 after passing Waintrain 94 and Neighbour. The battle intensifies as ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock continue to close in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, decreasing the gap by 47.0. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are making impressive gains, catching up to Waintrain 94 and Neighbour by reducing the gap by 44.8. Buchazero has climbed to 12th place, surpassing Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025 in the process. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to 7th place, successfully passing Aslani 9 and Waldi in the process. Aminsan and Tinkaman 704 are making moves, now at 13th place after overtaking Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72. Meanwhile, Sneaky 515 and Jasak 72 have advanced to 14th place, passing Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025. Mama Aster and Suzanne Greenberg are making significant progress, catching up to Gren and Jeb and Kemu 2025, shortening the distance by 45.9 seconds. Keep an eye on this intense battle for position. Duvdad and Airvale are swiftly catching up to Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, reducing the distance by 4.0 units. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock continue to make gains on Zygo 22 and Martiev 2, cutting the distance by 2.3 seconds. Sidewreck and Dakota Snake are gaining ground on Aslani 9 and Waldy, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 are making significant gains, narrowing the distance to Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72 by 2.1 seconds. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72 by 2.1 seconds. Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72 have made a notable move, advancing to 13th place by successfully overtaking Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in the standings. Sneaky 515 in the Aston Martin Vantage AMR is pushing up a fight against Jassack 72, while Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in the Noble M600 are not far behind. It's a close battle for the 13th position between these drivers. Ricky Zero X said, "Hey guys. Welcome Ricky Zero X. We are watching a simulated AI racing event here. The cars are driven by artificial intelligence, and it's quite exciting to see them race each other. Feel free to chat with me by using the magic words 'Hey Amy' followed by your message. Enjoy the stream." Hey there Ricky Zero X and Gary_Z. Welcome to the stream, enjoy the race. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making gains on Dovdad and Iravale, reducing the gap by 2.3 units. Meanwhile, Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 are closing in on Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72, decreasing the distance by 2.1 units. Exciting battles for position unfolding on the track. Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72 have made a strong move up to 13th place, successfully overtaking Amin San and Tinkamen 704. They are now engaged in a competitive battle for that position. The Aston Martin Vantage AMR and the Noble M600 are really going at it. Additionally, ST4 NBZH and SGT Major Rock are gradually catching up to Zygo 22 and Martif 2, closing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Bucha Zero has advanced to 11th place, surpassing LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 have climbed to 14th place, overtaking Sneaky 515 and Jassack 72 in this intense race. Dovdad and Irvale making their move up to 5th, passing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. Smurf 20 and Hugard 03 are closing in on LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the gap by 4.2. Aminsan and Tinkamen 704 now in 13th after overtaking Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making a charge, closing in on Sidrek and Dakota Snake by 5.0 seconds. Sidrek and Dakota Snake have surged to 7th place, overtaking Aslani 9 and Waldy. Aslani 9 and Waldy are now chasing Sidrek and Dakota Snake, reducing the gap by 5.0 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have made a move, advancing to 9th place by overtaking Smurf 20 and Hugard 03. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are rapidly catching up to Smurf 20 and Hugard 03, decreasing the distance by a significant 41.5 units. The competition is heating up as they close in on the leading cars. Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025 are currently in a fierce battle with Sneaky 515 and Jazzac 72 for the 14th position. The Nissan GTR Nismo is challenging the Aston Martin Vantage AMR as they continue to jostle for position. Aminsan and Tinkamen 704 are on the move, catching up to Bucha Zero with a 47.3 second gain. Meanwhile, Sneaky 515 and Jazzac 72 have made a solid move to claim the 14th position by overtaking Grennan Jeb and Kemu 2025. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 have made a swift move up to 16th place, overtaking Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg in the process. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are catching up to Zygote 22 and Martiev 2, reducing the gap by 13.2. Dovdad and AAA Raphael are also inching closer to Gary Z and One Serious Guy, closing in by 2.2. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg continue their pursuit, tightening the gap to Zygote 22 and Martiev 2 by 13.2. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman have impressively climbed to 5th place, surpassing Sidrek and Dakota Snake. Sidrek and Dakota Snake now hold 6th position after overtaking Aslani 9 and Waldy. Aslani 9 and Waldy are in 7th place after passing Gary Z and One Serious Guy. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor are charging ahead, narrowing the gap to Gary Z and One Serious Guy by 47.2 units. ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock are also making moves, closing in on Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg by 34.0 units. The competition is heating up as these pairs battle for position. Zygote 22 and Martiv 2 have advanced to the 15th position, surpassing Sneaky 515 and Jazzac 72. Babardo and Eusgian 7 have climbed to 18th place by overtaking ST4NBZH and SGT Major Rock. Mamar Oster and Suzanne Greenberg are swiftly catching up to Sneaky 515 and Jazzac 72, reducing the gap by 46.2 seconds. Aslani 9 and Waldy are making moves, catching up to Sidereck and Dakota Snake, now just 2.4 seconds behind. Bobardo and Eugene 7 are making their move, chasing down Mamar Aster and Suzanne Greenberg, closing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are putting the pressure on Aslani 9 and Waldy, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 are making significant gains on Laserlokst and Kinchevel, reducing the gap by 33.0 units. Meanwhile, Gary Z and One Serious Guy have climbed to 7th place, passing Aslani 9 and Waldy in the process. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 have advanced to 9th place, successfully passing Aslani 9 and Waldy in the process. LaCroix 1980 and ZizzyGamer 20 are rapidly catching up to Aslani 9 and Waldy, shrinking the difference by 41.6 seconds. The chase is on. Dovdad and Irvale are swiftly closing in on Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, reducing the gap by 40.0. Exciting developments in this race as the competitors jockey for position. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are making a strong move towards Sidereck and Dakota Snake, shortening the distance by 5.0 units. The competition is heating up for the 10th spot between Aslani 9 and Waldy in a Cadillac scene, and LaCroix 1980 and ZizzyGamer 20 in a Noble M600. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are now in 6th place, surpassing Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor have advanced to 7th place, overtaking Sidereck and Dakota Snake. LaCroix 1980 and ZizzyGamer 20 have climbed to 10th place, passing Aslani 9 and Waldy. Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Sidereck and Dakota Snake by 39.4 units. Dovdad and Irvale have skillfully climbed to 2nd place, surpassing Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. Now, a fierce competition is unfolding for the 2nd spot between Dovdad and Irvale in a Koenigsegg Adrar RS and Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Buchazero has advanced to 11th place, successfully passing LaCroix 1980 and ZizzyGamer 20 in the process. Grenin Jeb and Kemu 2025 have advanced to 13th place, surpassing Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in the process. Zygote 22 and Martif 2 are on the move, advancing to 14th place as they pass Amin San and Tinkamen 704 in a swift overtake. Aminsan and Tinkanen 704 have made a strong move to secure the 13th position, successfully overtaking Grenenjeb and Kemu 2025. Grenenjeb and Kemu 2025 are now in a tight battle with Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 for the 14th spot. It's a Nissan GT-R Nismo vs Lamborghini Aventador SVJ showdown at the moment. Sneaku 515 and Jasak 72 are making significant gains on Grenenjeb and Kemu 2025, reducing the gap by 46.9 units. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are also closing in on Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, shortening the distance by 2.2 units. The battle for positions continues to intensify as the race progresses. Babardo and Ayuzjian 7 are making significant gains on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman make a bold move to claim the third position, overtaking Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3. The battle for third place heats up between LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman in the Koenigsegg Adrar RS and Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 in the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Babardo and Ayuzjian 7 are making a strong move, closing in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 with a significant gap reduction of 45.0 units. Babardo and Ayuzjian 7 are making a strong move, closing in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 by 2.2 seconds. The battle for position is getting tighter. Babardo and Ayuzjian 7 are making moves, closing in on Zygo 22 and Martiv 2 by 3.3 seconds. Sidrek in the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is tussling with Dakota Snake for P8, while Smurf 20 and Hugert 03 in the McLaren 600 LT are also in the mix. It's a close battle for these drivers in the mid-pack. LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman are making a strong push, closing in on Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 by 9.5 units. However, Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3 have swiftly moved up to the second position, surpassing LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman. The race at the top is heating up as LV1NNY and MF3 Wiseman continue to chase down Rizaldi Adar and Okayaki 3, reducing the gap by 9.5 seconds. That Agera is definitely showing some impressive speed out there. Looks like it's making some moves up the ranks. Let's see if it can keep up that momentum till the end. Gary Z and One Serious Guy are on fire, now in 4th place after overtaking Duff Dad and Irfail. Wayne Train 94 and Neighbor are steadily gaining on LV1 NNY and MF3 Wiseman, reducing the distance by 2.1 units. Smurf 20 in the McLaren 600 OT is holding off Hugert 03 while Sidrek and Dakota Snake are pushing hard in their Lamborghini Aventador SVJs for that 8th position. Competitive racing as these drivers jockey for position. Looks like the Lamborghinis are dominating the race today. They're really showing their speed out there. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 are making a move on Bucha Zero, reducing the gap by 3.0 seconds. LaCroix 1980 and Zizzy Gamer 20 have advanced to 11th place, surpassing Bucha Zero in the process. Great race everyone, that Lotus really shook things up in P4. GG to all the drivers, exciting finish.